What's up, guys? It's your boy Juarmu. In today's video, I'm actually making a podcast series. My first guest is gonna be Discord manager Bernes with me. What's up, Bernes?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back, guys. So as I already announced into the intro, I'm gonna make a podcast series. I'm going to interview a lot of people, moderators, mentors, normal players, everybody that actually wants to be interviewed. If you guys want to be interviewed by me, just hit me up on Discord and I will be gladly to do it. So I'm gonna have a couple of basic questions for everybody and then a couple of random questions. So yeah, Bernes is with me on Discord right now. So I'm gonna kick it off actually with the first question for Bernes. So Bernes, what do you love about the game?
Oh, that's a hard question because I know who's gonna be watching this and hearing me speak about it. And you know, so I played a lot of gacha games. I played a lot of these, similar games. And I came recently from Raid Shadow Legends from like 2 years stint, I believe it was. And so I've seen a lot of quality of life changes. Even the smallest things make the biggest difference, in my opinion. One of the biggest things that I like is you can actually plan your wishes ahead. For example, in Raid Shadow Legends, you can summon 300, of those void shards, for example, and you won't get anything but a bunch of rares and maybe a couple epics here and there. But here at least you have pity, so you at least have some hope, right? Even though the pity is, and it can be actually lowered, it should be lowered. But I believe 145, 150, wherever the pity is a huge, huge game changer.
I agree. That's really nice. That's what I like about the game as well. So what Bernes was talking about, indeed, the pities. I'm just gonna show it really fast here on the screen. As you can see, I'm 27 away from my pity. So my next summon session is gonna be a pity, and then it's gonna go back to 150. And that's the pity, as well as the Supremes. The pity is 15 and the Miracle is also 150. But on the Miracle, it's really nice. You can actually choose a hero, and after summoning 3 times, the hero will be guaranteed. So I have to summon 2 more times to get this one guaranteed. So that's actually really nice. So the second question is the contradictive question. What do you dislike about the game?
Even harder question to answer. So as many players have seen, there's a lot of events going, right? Yes, some are recycled, right? So we can plan ahead essentially for 2 weeks in advance for a specific arena event or whatever. What I hate the most is there's just so many wish events. They happen way too often. Yes, they bring out a couple of good banners. They bring a couple of good champions that you can summon and you should summon, but it really brings the question up. Do you have enough saved up? So yes, you get wishes from guild boss. Yes, you get wishes from events and so on and so forth. But do you really have enough saved up for so many wish events?
Indeed, I agree. I also made a video about how to save the maximum of gems and summons. I'm gonna post it as well on this channel. If you can like do some nice guild boss damage and you get, for example, get a weak card, you can actually save a lot. But like Bernes said, like today it's the Miracle Wish goal. And Tuesday already we have the Supreme Wish Legend raid up, and then after that next Friday is gonna be the Nicholas rerun. So it's basically one wish event is over, the next one is starting, and you burn your summons. Actually, like I burn them today, so for the next wish event I probably don't have it. Sometimes I just have to skip it, and that I have to agree that's really a downside. I mean, having a wish event every 2 weeks. It was every 2 weeks. Like when the game launched, it was Miracle Wish week 1. Week 2 it was Normal Wish. Week 3 it was Miracle Wish. Week 4 it was the Normal Wish. But right now they have like the epic rate up summon, the supreme ones, the reduced pity. They have like 3 or 4 more wish events actually cycled in these events, and that's a downside for sure. I agree. If you could change one thing, Bernes, about this game, what would you change? And I think I already know the question, because that will probably be the question of most people, but maybe you have something else.
No. I know you expect me to say food and experience, like, everybody else had been suggesting in the last 5 months of this game. I get it. But I'm going to go a little bit off the grid. Something that people don't really think about too much, that actually Raid Shadow Legends does better than IMR, in my opinion. So the UI is nice with the champion, right? You have the little UI of, for example, right now I'm watching Sinton, and he got his big hammer with the lava flowing out. it's really nice. It's really appealing, right? But what I hate is consistently scrolling down the hero list. And yes, I have a lot of legendaries because of pity and so on and so forth. But I literally had to scroll down all the way down, just to find a specific epic or something. Or even if I categorize it by quality, for example, it still is a lot to go through. So I wish they had a storage system for things that we don't use currently or we might never use, just so it's not there at our face the whole time.
Agree. That would be really 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 nice. I agree as well. That's also something Epic 7 has. It has a storage, like all your heroes that you have that you use are out. The one that maybe or the two that you plan to build are out, and the rest is just in a storage box. I definitely agree that would be a really nice one. That would be a really nice change. The next question is, do you consider yourself low, mid, or high spender? So let's say low spender is under $100, mid spender is between 100 and 300, and high spender is 300 and more. I'm not gonna name crazy numbers, but
Are we speaking monthly, weekly, or daily spending?
I would say monthly.
Okay, so little thing. When I first joined the game, I came again from RSL, so I did spend some money there. And so I came here and I'm thinking, okay, I'll just get one more wish. I'll just get one more this. I want one more that, right? So I did become a decently high
Yeah,
spender, right?
yeah.
And it was draining, right? And like I said, after so many events and so on and so forth, it just got drained too much. And I just realized I'm at the point where I game where even if I do summon, the specific champion, I won't progress that much. So I become a low spender recently. I spent in the last 2 months, maybe I spent $5, something like that. It's really become that low, right? And as I can do basically what a free to play player can currently with my roster and everything else.
I have the same. I have exactly the same. Like the first 2-3 months when the game came out, I was buying literally every value pack, every extra value pack. Like you can see here on my screen, actually, I was buying a lot of packs, and I was definitely a high spender the first 2 or 3 months for sure. Right now, I also calmed down. I'm actually the only thing that I'm buying right now is the weekly cards. The passes that are coming out, or like the 7 days login packs that are coming out sometimes with the Valentine, with Christmas, and that's the thing I buy. And I'm actually buying the legendary eye from the Hero Quest because I think that's really really worth it. So that's the only things I actually buy monthly. I'm not buying any value packs anymore. So right now I'm actually low spender. I think the budget is really $50 per month, and that's it, to be really honest. And I mean the first 2-3 months was easily 200 or 300 more per month. I mean that's still not a lot because I know people tend to spend it per hour, but hey, it's something. Okay, so at what point of the game are you? Because for example, I'm just gonna give you a quick shot at myself. I am stuck at Abyss. I'm trying to get the exclusive one Agatha, but it's so freaking hard, and I'm stuck at the blue the blue mark tower. So that's actually when I'm literally stuck. I don't have anything to do anymore. Like all the other marks are cleared. I reach king in the arena weekly, just waiting events and logging in daily to do my daily quests, and that's actually pretty much it. Like I run out of how do you say it, valuable time, because normally I was just spending for hours doing everything, and right now it's just every maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour maximum per day, and that's it. Then I'm actually already done everything I normally did. So yeah, at what point are you?
Currently I'm saving those excellent wishes and supremes for Santa, right?
Yeah.
So I can't really progress my champions. I can't, make them exclusive. I can't awaken them to 8-5 like I need to. So I'm at a stalemate currently where I can't progress my guild boss. Currently I'm just under 1K in guild boss 5, right? So I mean I do cost 145, 150 million per key, which it sucks because I obviously want to hit guild boss 6. But I just don't want to waste a key or two. I'm also at the abyss where there's specific champs, again, due to food and experience lacking of, I can't progress there either. I mean, as you know very well, Juarmu, you've seen my account.
Yeah.
And it just become frustrating. But again, patience is key with these games, and it's a long-term battle, not a short-term war. So
Yeah, definitely. That's something that everybody has to take in mind, guys. Like gacha games are designed to be played for a long time. Sadly, there are a lot of impatient people. They're like, okay, I'm stuck for 2-3 weeks. I'm going to move on to the next game, and they just keep swapping games. But gacha games are just designed for like long-term games. So it's sometimes it's gonna be taking months, sometimes a week. But I know from my experience, I've played a lot of accounts, I've made a lot of rerolls, I've helped a lot of people clear ROM 26, and the first thing that's actually like a really nice thing in the game is when you get your first Catherine. That's gonna be really amazing for everybody. That's gonna be like a special feeling, like, oh, I got one of the best heroes in the game. And then after that, your first mythic comes, and then you start clearing a lot of content, and then it just you come to a point like, oh fuck, I'm actually stuck at these Mark Towers, I'm actually stuck at the Abyss. I got everything, but I'm stuck. And then it actually comes to playing the game smart, saving your energy for events, trying to get more mythic shards, pushing the arena, spending some gems on arena, guys. Don't be afraid to spend daily 50 or 100 gems arena if you have a lot of gems to upgrade your talents. Your talents are passive. It benefits all your attack heroes. It benefits all your support heroes. Don't be afraid to use gems daily on arenas. That will help you progress much faster. So, how do you see the future of Infinite Magicraid? And I want you to be honest on this one.
Oh, I'm always honest. I mean, the community knows me. I'm very open about.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Infinite Magicraid obviously has a lot of potential. I mean, this game started off running quick, right? They had so much content out that you can play. Champions, no, not just the visual aspect, but the actual strategy behind it. And they had a huge backing, but it slowed down in the past 2 months so much. I mean, we all are aware of the the Great December Depression, right? With Santa coming out and then it being such a wall behind it, right? To get it, I mean, I think I spent, I don't know, man. I mean, I can't tell you the exact amount because I don't know honestly. I spent a decent amount just to get him at E1. I can't imagine those that went for E3 or guys that got lucky like you at E4 and spent like what, $50. So I still hate you for that, by the way. And so I mean, I think currently they're at a bad place and it's only getting worse. We as mods, I mean players as well, also suggesting consistently content creators making this content that are just trying to push the devs in the right direction. But I really think that they need to do a quick 180 before it goes down quick. I mean, we have the 6-month anniversary coming next month, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's at a place where honestly they can do a lot better. And again, we are pushing, we are trying, and they have made specific small quality of life changes, and a couple that are coming up, which I can't specifically talk about because of we're trying to keep things on the low for now.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a lot of good things coming. It just will it be enough,
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, indeed, the future of IMR, the game has great potential. I'm gonna be honest, it's from all the gacha games that I played, I really enjoyed this game the most. Not because I'm a moderator or something, but I really enjoy this game. I really love it, and that's why I'm just want to see it succeed as much as possible. And it keeps frustrating me sometimes that the changes are bad. Like, give me a small example. Elemental City, they release it. The first 50 stages are decently clearable by most people, but the rewards are terrible. And then after, the rewards get a little bit better, but most of the people can't get it. And also, to be really honest, the rewards aren't that great. Like, why would you need energy that much? I mean, it's 100 energy in every 5 or 10 floors. I don't need energy. Give me something else. I don't know, whatever, gems or scrolls or more wishes. Like, wishes would be much better to have in these pools. But yeah, I really hope the 6-month anniversary is gonna be something big. I don't know. They haven't told us anything, but maybe they're preparing something big. I'm actually really curious to see. So, if you would,
just 1 second. Sorry.
oh yeah,
sorry. Just to get one more thing about that question.
yes,
Don't get me wrong. This game, again, I played too many games to compare this with, but this game gives you a lot more free things than a lot of other games.
True,
Like
that's
again,
true.
Shadow Legends gives you rarely ever any ancient shard, which is equivalent to an excellent shard here, right? Where
Yeah.
they give you mystery shards pretty much out the wazoo, but again, that only summons up to rares maximum. This game, I mean, you have guild boss battles that give you every morning essentially wishes, scrolls, and so on. So depending on your luck. Then you have basically the dispatch. No, what's it called? Not dispatch. What's it called? Hold on a second.
I think it's dispatch. The boat, yes, that you can send.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's dispatch.
Exactly.
It's dispatch. Yes.
You have constant passive, rewards from their wishes, coins, whatever the case may be, right? Then you have the campaign auto drops again, which RSL does not have all these. So they do give you a lot of free things. Is it enough? Currently, no, because we lack a lot of building material. But they have a few things going for them, and I believe again with the future quality of life changes that we are aware of, I think it's only gonna get better. I really do. I just don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take in consideration, obviously, guys, this game is 6 months old. You can't expect from a game that's 6 months old to change every month. Like, it has to go slow, it has to be slow. And like Bernes said, like, the early game rewards are amazing. Imagine the 20 temples that you have to clear. That's 200 wishes. That's one guaranteed legendary. You have a lot of energy in there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like something like 10 to 12k energy. That's also a lot. So definitely there are a lot of free early game rewards that are also really nice. So yeah, another question. If you would about to leave the game, so you decided I'm going to quit the game, what change in the game would consider you to stay in the game and play it? Give it another shot, for example.
Okay, so again, not gonna say the most obvious things like people are gonna say, food, XP. Obviously, it's a big problem, and they should fix it. But I'm gonna go up a bit different. Okay, so gems are easy enough to get in this game, right? They're easy enough to get to where you can pretty much every single week, and especially Monday mornings with the arena resets, they give you a lot of gems, right? But there's not much thing you can get with them. Sure, you can get a few wishes here and there. You can get some things from currency, but they put a lot of value on gems, but not enough rewards to make you actually be excited about them. So I just want them to bring another currency to where we can actually, even as a end game player, not a beginner, where you can actually aim for higher and better things like specific champions. Like for example, you get Catherine and Agatha specifically, right? But I want something like that, a store where we can actually aim for later. Because right now, as you said, all we're doing is just dailies and arenas and an event here or there, and that's pretty much it.
Agree. I definitely agree. So the final question is, otherwise it's gonna be way too long a video. Name 5 heroes that you think could be buffed right now, that actually like deserve a buff, that are not usable, and whenever you summon it, you actually want to smash your phone to the wall.
I mean, to be honest, there's like 6 that are usable. The rest are either niche or unusable. But I'll go with some of the ones that I really think, out of different aspects, need a buff. Right. So first of all, Sinton. Right. So first one I can think of. Sinton is supposed to be the guy that makes you angry, right? He's a guy with a cigar in his mouth and a lava hammer. He's literally there just to basically piss you off and make you attack him, right? So why would you give him counterattack and AoE damage? Why not give him some defense, some better shields, some something to kind of hold on the fort while everybody else attacks everybody else, right? He already can basically stun them with his what's it called, not fear, what's it called, provoke, right? So he provokes you, and regardless of what the percentages say, it's pretty much every time, right? So you're gonna attack him regardless, and he's not that defensive to hold down the fort, right? So that's the first one.
Okay.
Second one, Sana, right? So she was one of the first legendaries I got. I think she was like maybe the 5th or 6th one. And I thought, man, cool looking champion, nice bow, right? I'm thinking it's gonna be strong, right? And in some cases, yes, she can get the crit rate up, right? She can do some decent damage, but extremely niche. I've seen, you and I are both in Diamond and King tier, and we only see her in a very niche teams, right? That some teams I just don't expect. But she needs something a lot more because she dies to a fly fart. Literally, you can just go push her off the edge and she'll just fly away because she just doesn't even weigh that much to hold on anything, right?
Yeah, indeed.
So she's easily killable.
Okay.
Right? Okay. The next one, I hate this guy just because of one specific move that he has or buff that he has. I hate Gustave, man. He okay. So he's in a bunch of waves, right? In tower, and the next one, I hate just because. So he's in many waves, right? And he's just there to basically irritate you, right? So Gustave is one of the most irritating ones that I can think of personally. In Elemental City, right? They're already defensive enough, man. But you add on Immortal to him, you have to really wait for him, and he's also slow as hell. The guy just moves.
Slow, yeah.
2 frames per second. So you're waiting for a long time for him to actually make a move for his Immortal to actually dry up, right? So the buff that he needs. First of all, remove Immortal. That just kill that stuff. Second of all, he is basically a steamroller. So why not give him some better HP burns and be a lot quicker? Because I feel like this guy could easily be top DPS somewhere if he just gets a lot more, HP burn in general, right?
Yeah, because indeed, like you say, the Immortal is really annoying, and Gustav actually got a buff like 2 months ago, and the buff still didn't actually change him, so he's still underwhelming, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's still pretty much bottom tier almost anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Next one.
Yes, number
So
4.
number 4. This girl was, if I remember correctly, in the trailer of the game. Or actually, no, when you first start out, right? She's the fire chick, right? Anna.
Oh,
She's
Anna.
the one that, yeah. So she again looks extremely cool. You're thinking she can basically be a mythic, right? I mean, you got a flaming bird coming out of her, flying everywhere, just doing AOE damage, right? I mean, she just looks too cool, but she's so underwhelming damage wise. I mean, there's so many HP burners obviously now that she really can't compete. And then some even tier lists have her ranked as A tier. I personally don't think she's A tier. I think she's closer to C or D tier because there's just so many people that outclass her specifically. She needs more of a buff, man. I mean, there's nothing more else to say about that. Right.
I agree. She's all on fire. She looks amazing, but they could change the burn into HP burn, man. I mean, her passive, her exclusive twist, increase dot dealt by allies by 20% when Anna survives. Imagine if she gets if she turns into a HP burner, pair her with Hezonia. Hezonia will be dealing 20% more damage because of her. Pair her with a Nidrold. Nidrold will be dealing 20% more bleed damage. I mean, her exclusive 2 is not that bad, but burn is just underwhelming right now. And like you said, she really looks cool. In the trailer, you would say like, holy moly, this girl is lit. But then when you get her, when you play with her, I don't know, she's just underwhelming, like you say. I can agree on that one.
Exactly. And the last one that I can think of right now, off the top of my head, is Little Jack. He was one of the events for Halloween, the champion, right? So he was pretty hyped up. I mean, this guy, just like, for example, okay, so the people following him or champions following him were Santa, which obviously is basically S plus tier. I mean, he can basically be a mythic and everybody would agree, right? Then you got Paulin, extremely useful. He's the jack of all trades, right? He can be pretty much on every team, both arena and PvE, right?
Yeah.
Then you got Little Jack, this dude coming flying on a pumpkin throwing candy at you. I mean, that's literally what he does. It's so underwhelming because he has no specific niche besides Candy Bomb. A gift Little Jack gives to enemies. It will be detonated when its duration ends. But will he survive, or will the wave survive before it detonates, right?
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, he just needs a lot more survivability, is my opinion.
Definitely. I mean, he is a limited hero, so even if they would change him, it would not affect many people, only the people that got him. I'm actually surprised by your hero picks. I was expecting a Hull 9000 in there. I was expecting like Elliot in there maybe, because those heroes are literally, if you get them, you just shove them. Zachulu, for example, a carry. Oh, those heroes, if you get them, you just have pain in your heart. I mean, the only thing that they are good for is for the gallery to unlock the rewards, but that's it. But yeah,
I mean, Hal is food, obviously. I mean, Hal is just gonna be there, just one big tin man, right? He's not gonna do anything. But I feel like everybody already knows about that, and I feel like there's gonna be a buff, wink, wink, soon for him. Maybe not soon, but in the near future.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be okay pretty soon. So
nice. Well, I think that's it for today's video. I really like the podcast. I'm definitely gonna continue with more people about this. And thank you for your time, Bernes. Thank you for your honesty, and I really appreciate it, man. Is there anything you want to say to the community or to anybody?
no, I mean, just playing out. Actually, one thing I do want to spot out: the mods on this Discord server, we're on your side, right? We're on the community side. We want to help you guys out because it directly helps us out. So just go easy on us.
Definitely. Like, we are fighting a lot with the devs, guys. You just don't know. We don't want to share anything, but we are really doing our best to make a lot of changes. And yeah, once again, bro, thank you. And guys, see you in the next one.